Morning, students. I hope you all are doing well. We will be doing chapter number 7, The Happy, right? In this story, we will be studying about that how the school is making happy to the students. So let's just go through that story and let's see. The Happy Soul School. Daulat Pandey is the author of the story. Who has written the story? That is Daulat Pandey, right? Story is all about Happy School and Raman Mama, a very old man. See, the story is actually all about a happy school where everyone is happy and a Raman Mama. एक रमन मामा के बारे में बात हुई है, who is a very old person, right? He was filled with lot of experience. Lot of experience. He has so much of experience in his life. Parents used to bring naughty children, old man, and he smiled to solve their problems because he is already an experienced man. So people used to bring their naughty children and make them meet with this Raman Mama, who is the most experienced personality in the school. And let us read to know that what happens next story. I found it very quite interesting, right? I found it very interesting as we'll be knowing about this Raman Mama, how he solves the problems of the parents whose kids are very naughty. See, this is a story of a happy school and Raman Mama, a very old man who was not very learned yet wiser than many of us. They are saying that this is actually a short story about Raman Mama and the happy school where this old man, he was not at all educated, like he was not well educated, but he is more wiser than us, than many of us. उनको जिंदगी का तजुर्बा बहुत है because he is so much experienced, so he know very you can say very admiring things in his life. And there was one thing he knew better than anyone, that there was nothing so bad in this world. See, one thing he knew about, that he knew better than anyone, किसी सब लोगों से ज्यादा अच्छा जानते हैं वो, that there was nothing so bad in the world, in this world, and nothing is so bad, कोई भी चीज इतनी बुरी नहीं है that it could not be changed with love, kindness and understanding. He is very experienced. He say that nothing is so bad, कुछ भी आपकी लाइफ में इतना बुरा नहीं हो सकता है that it cannot be like stick at every point. He says that nothing is so bad that it cannot be changed with love, with care and understanding. Because he believed in this and acted accordingly, he was very popular, especially in the young children, because he believed all this key everything that is too bad, it can be changed by doing uh, generous activities to others, by understanding the problems of others, by giving them affectionate, by giving them love, care. This things, all bad things can be changed, right? But he believed in this. That is why he act accordingly, and he is. And he was very much popular in younger children whom he loved and understood best of all. Why he used to understand all the younger children? Because he makes friends to them. उनको क्या करता था, उनको अपना दोस्त बना लिया करता था. In happy school, any children who came with a lost and forlorn look, threw tantrum every morning. See what they are saying, that in happy school, any child who came with a lost, any child who is not willing to come to school, and forlorn आप कह सकते हैं kind जो बच्चा स्कूल नहीं आता है. And forlorn look means very sad look, you can say. And through tantrums, as we all know, when we are infants, we are not willing to go to school, right? We used to make tantrums. Every morning underwent a magical metamorphosis. What do you mean by metamorphosis? That means to transform something. कि अगर कोई बच्चा रोता रोता स्कूल आ रहा है, he used to transform his mood, right? And this is how the magic, how he used to do magic. This whom used to do, this old man, that is Raman Mama. Often parents brought to him their young children, saying that they are very naughty and did not obey them. Sometimes, means very often, parents used to make their child meet with this Raman Mama. They used to tell that their kids are very annoying and they do not obey them and they are very naughty, and punishment did not seem to help. Means their parents have given them a lot of punishment, but it does not work on them. The old man Raman Mama, as he was fondly called, only smiled and shook his head. Said, "Okay, he fondly smiled. Okay, I'll just look at him. I would pick him up, pick the child in his arm, and tickle him or her under the chin till the frown turned into a smile." What he's saying, that I just pick the child up and start tickling to him under the frown. Yarakara would under the seat. He used to fondly call and only smiled and shook his head. He would pick up the child in his arms and tickle him her under the chin. Chin के नीचे means near the neck. He used to tickle them और उसको तब तक हंसाते रहते थे जब तक उस बच्चे का रोते वाला चेहरा में कन्वर्ट नहीं हो जाता. And then turning to the parents, he would say that there are no naughty children in this world. And turning to them, they will say that there will be no naughty children in the world. My friends, and if they appear so, it is because we are not loved or understood them. If you see that those children are not obeyed you, that means you have not loved them properly and you have not understood the child emotion. That is why you feel like they are very much annoying and they are not listening. Send this little one to my happy school and you will soon see a change. He's saying, just send your kid to my school and you will very soon you will be seeing a change in that kid. Spending a few hours with Raman Mama was like a magical therapy for the parents as well as for the students. They say that this Raman Mama, he was so lively, he was so jolly, he was so generous, and he was so enthusiastic personality that spending time with such a good personality don't even feel that time has been moving very fastly, and it was a magical therapy. Was a magical therapy. Sometimes we enjoy the company of our siblings and we don't know how the time moves so fast. We feel so happy, right? Now the happy school was no ordinary school. Now the happy school was no ordinary school because they are having Raman Mama. The strength of the school, they lay neither in the big building nor in many highly qualified teachers. They are saying that this school is happy not because it is because of the infrastructure and because of the qualified teachers, but it did not even have a proper building. Because it do not have a proper building, the shade of the people tree was where the children learn all these lessons. They are saying the school is not highly qualified. School is not having highly qualified teacher nor the proper infrastructure, but they are studying under the shade and with the guidance of this Raman Mama, who makes this school a magic place. Because most of the children who came to Raman Mama school could not afford the pen, pencil, books, or even a slate. They are saying that some children, they come from such a poor family that they are not able to afford the basic stationery when they are coming to Raman Mama school. And the children were told to collect a little sand from the riverbed and spread in front of them. The children, they were only told that they only have to collect the sand from the riverbed and just keep it in front of them. Then, with the little twig serving as a pen, they learned to draw the letters of the alphabet drawn on that sand. And as for the reading, what could be more excited than reading a letter you have made on your own? He's saying what the letter you have made on your own is much more exciting than reading the books that students they cannot afford. Geography was learned by making large map of the countries on the sand. See, geography was learned by drawing the maps on the sand and then filling in the mountains and hill with some more in it, and then filling the mountains means drawing with the help of a fingers on the sand. They used to learn about the geography maps, right? The lakes, the river, they had real water. Lakes or river में क्या होता था? They had real water. Little clay models of animals and birds, they nested on those hills. Or they used to make the birds nest and animals on the hill with the help of clay that were covered with a forest of small leafy twigs. And see, for making the forest, they used to use those twigs. Twigs are the small, gentle, and lean wooden-like structures which birds used to make their nests. So, for making the a bird's nest, they used those twigs. And history was the best subject of all. And according to him, history was the best subject of all. For there, children took part in drama and waged war, conquered territories. See, for there, in history, children used to take part in the dramas and waged wars or wars होया करते थे, conquered territories as we all know, territories, states and union territories, that hatched plots means कुछ जो कच्ची जमीनें होती हैं, and signed treaties are actually the agreements that take place between two countries that they never forget और जो वो कभी भी नहीं भूलते थे. There was much excitement and discussions about the roles which is played and scripts to be written. There was so much excited about the discussion that roles they are to be played. So they are learning history by doing the role making, role playing, and scripts that the dialogues are to be spoken. And they used to write the scripts and then speak the dialogues with each other, and the costumes which is to be worn. See, they used to basically do a role play for the history. For history, they used to wear the attires, they used to learn the dialogues, and this way they used to learn the history. And what is the better way to understand the past than by recreating those moments? See, we can easily learn. हम बच्चों को बहुत ही आसानी तरीके से we can make them learn by doing the role play. अगर हम किसी चीज को बच्चों को सिखाना चाहते हैं, that is the very valuable thing that we want to teach our kids learn. So we do it by role making, right? We used to do role playing, like sometimes in Janmashtami we used to make children's Kana, Radha, and their mothers, respectively their fathers. We used to create that scenario that how Krishna's Janam took place. This is how it is learned in our minds now. Over here, history, for teaching history, they used to make the characters of the students कि आप ये role करेंगे, you will be doing this role. Make them learn about the dialogues, make them wear those attires, and make them pictures displayed on the screen. And this is how children over there they learn history in Happy School with the help of this Raman Mama. Shopping was fun with Raman Mama as the shopkeeper, who beside usual thing also kept all the nice things that children like to buy. He is saying that shopping was also fun with Raman Mama because the shopkeeper, who besides the usual things, besides means over here, besides means in addition to the usual things, he also used all the nice things that children like to buy. तो बच्चों को खरीदना पसंद था वो चीजें भी रखते थे यूजुअल थिंग्स के अलावा. Rice, pulses, vegetable, fruits, they were all brought after paying the correct amount in shells. After paying the correct amount in shells means जितना amount जिसको जितना देना होता था वो देने के बाद, and pebbles, each shell and pebble having its own value. Of course, see how he used to make them learn about the arithmetic. They used to buy something, and like if something is of $5, then they used to give 5 stones, 5 pebbles to the shopkeeper. So this is how they learn arithmetic. See how intelligent this Raman Mama is. The children learn to add and subtract, multiply, divide in a very practical way. और बहुत ही practical way में they learn the basic arithmetic, that is board math. Each day of the week was divided into 2 periods, not more. Only in each day there are 2 periods. It is divided into 2 periods, not more than that. Sunday was the story day. Sunday ko children used to learn the stories. Raman Mama was a great storyteller and seen from the Ramayana Mahabharat stories. This Raman Mama, he was actually a great storyteller also, and seen from the Ramayana, from Mahabharat, from the Tenali Raman, Panchtatra, widely alive for the children. And these are the magazines that we used to read while we were young. And each child has a chance to revive, or you can say to weave a story of its own liking. Like we have studied, we have revived one story from the book. Now each child is given an opportunity to recreate the story of his liking. On every public holiday, the old man took the children on an excursion. What do you mean by an excursion? Excursion is a short trip that you take to the students. Like we went in the morning and we came back in the evening. This is an excursion, right? Neighboring forest where the children made friends with the trees and got to know about the environment. See, used to take the children to the excursion on the public holidays so that the children, they become much more familiar with the environment and they learn to love trees and their names, and they learn some of them were medicinal and some they are bore fruits and some were good to eat. With giving them live examples in the forest, he make the children learn about the medicinal plants and some fruits, some plants the fruits आते हैं and some other use. They all learn about the plants and animals which are inhabited in the forest. What do you mean by this? Inhabited means live. जिनका घर है फॉरेस्ट में उनके बारे में. What are medicinal plants? Can you please write down some of the medicinal plants, the name of the medicinal plants in your notebooks, like tulsi, neem, ashwagandha, they all are the medicine. Children were so happy that they never quarreled among themselves and were always hungry to learn more. See, the children were so happy in this happy school, learning under this Raman Mama, that they never fight with each other. Never quarrel amongst each other means never fighted with each other. See, there is a word amongst. This amongst means when we are talking about ह्यूज स्टूडेंट्स, जब हम एक से ज्यादा, मतलब आप 10-15 बच्चों की नहीं, उनसे ज्यादा बच्चों की बात कर रहे हैं और साथ में है, ये amongst is always used with the possessive noun over here, okay. And this was one school that they could stay away from, that they could not stay away from, and ये वो स्कूल था जिनसे बच्चे दूर नहीं रहना चाहते. And some year later, many of them went to the highest school in the neighborhood town, but they always look back with the pride and gratitude to their first lessons under the Raman Mama. He's saying that some जब बच्चे बड़े हो गए, they do their higher education in their neighborhood town, and some look back. Whenever we look at the past, we are too grateful to the first lessons that how Raman Mama they made us learn with giving the real narrative stories and make them learn all the concepts thoroughly in our mind. The people tree where they spend some of the happiest days of our life. Sometimes also we in our lives also we used to remember our old days, how we used to play with our siblings, how we used to study. And Raman Mama had a long departed from this world. The people, he still stands tall and majestic. Raman Mama has a long departed from this world means passed away after some time, and People Tree was still there at the school. Tall it was, and a true reminder of his stature, true reminder of his respect. See, we used to make stature of the persons, those who are died, and over there, this tall People Tree was actually a stature where children they study. Okay, in the pockets of our land, in many schools, unknown, there exist many unsung heroes like और हम देख सकते हैं कि हमारी इस धरती पे बहुत ही सारे स्कूलों में अननोन लोग जो नहीं भी जानते हैं, देयर एग्जिस्ट अ फेमस एंड देयर एग्जिस्ट such great personalities like Raman Mama. See, this chapter is very fruitful, as in this chapter we learned about the ancient culture, that when the resources were not available, when people were not able to afford the books, pencils, the basic stationery, and how they are willing to learn the concepts with the help of sand, with role playing. Through all this, they learn the different. I hope you all like this chapter. Please go through this chapter and write down all the word meanings that you have faced in it, and keep studying. Stay healthy. Thank you.